Hello! Welcome, everybody. I am so excited that you're here today. This is Talk About It Tuesday. This is my every video co-host, Molly. And welcome my new co-host, Glenda with Grace and Fire.
Hey.
I am so happy that you agreed to come and be my co-host.
Well, I'm honored that you asked me. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. This is going to be a fun time. I know that when we did your interview, we stayed after and we were just going to chit chat for a few minutes. And I think it turned into, what was it, 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours. But it was wonderful. It was filled with lots of laughter and love. So I enjoyed every bit of it.
It was so much fun. This is going to be a really good live every week. I just know it. So
absolutely.
Yeah, this is a special edition of Talk About It Tuesday. Whatever. You notice that we are sporting special hats today.
But they also here. Okay, but now they were also signed.
Yes.
Whatever.
We have very special signatures.
That's right. These are special. They're limited edition hats.
Yes, very limited edition.
Yes.
And let's just start off, first of all, by greeting everybody in chat.
Yes.
We have Jessie from Lazy Days Ahead.
Hey, Jessie.
I'm really glad that you're here.
Said Nana Boo Boo.
And Joe Fix It For You. And I'm glad that you're here. Yes. Even if you do butt ban me once in a while.
Usually first in my lives too. It's fun.
Yeah. Hey, but you know, when you butt banned me, I ended up winning a nice t-shirt. Compliments of Glenda.
I took care of her. Just saying.
Yes. That was awesome. It was hilarious too.
Whatever. I'm going to hook a girl up. Just saying. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know where I'm getting those phrases from.
Let's see. And of course we have Grace and Fire with Glenda here.
Yes, that's right.
And Ronson, my amazing son Ronson, who is my administrative moderator. He keeps me straight on here. And look at there, we have Jessie's girl at Lazy Days Ahead. Whatever. And Jaden. So glad that you're here.
Hey, Jaden.
Fisherman 506, welcome.
Hey, Fisherman 506.
And BNS Odyssey, I'm glad that you're here. And Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. How are you feeling? I hope you're doing better today. I know you weren't feeling well yesterday.
Hope you are feeling better.
Yeah, I know.
Going around, so... As you can tell with my own voice, so I should address it. So I've been sick for well over a week, and I just got diagnosed with bronchitis. So I am squeaky. It's like, you know, if somebody came up and tickled me, I'd probably go, hee hee hee. Squeaky.
Hey, Troy. Welcome.
Oh, Troy here. Hey, Troy. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah. So glad that you're here. Well, we have a very special day in store for you today.
We do.
And we are just going to have a lot of fun. There is somebody that is extra special in our community. And I know that a lot of channels wouldn't be here if it weren't for Lazy Days Ahead. And there's a lot of people who have received some amazing gifts, such as this one. And I have a few more over here that I thought I would show off.
Well, I got a cool spinner, too, that I sit and I play with. That
Oh,
was from the
cool.
dark side.
And it's all compliments of the amazing shipping department that's part of Lazy Days Ahead. You know, y'all think that it's all Jesse.
No.
Jesse's just the mouth.
He thinks he's shy, but actually I think he talks quite a bit.
Yeah, he does.
We love Jesse.
We do. We love you, Jesse. And we're honored to know you. And I'm so honored to have met both Jesse and Lisa. And now today's special edition of Talko Bout It Tuesday, no tacos required, is all in honor of this very special lady, Miss Lisa.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Girl,
welcome to Talk About It Tuesday.
You've got your whatever float hat.
Yeah, I got mine.
I love it. I love it. We're all in the same theme.
It hits my ears. They're still a little big. I guess my head is small. Not as big as Jesse's.
Yeah. I don't know if there is a head as big as Jesse's.
Well, this fits my head really nice. I've got a lot of hair and my hair is super thick. So it's hard to find hats that fit over it because of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So this fits really nicely too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, I do. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, those are Utah Special Edition.
I love it. I love it.
I'm wearing it for the first time today.
Are you really?
I am. I just took the tags off and everything because I hadn't unveiled it yet. I hadn't shown it yet. I wanted it to be special.
Oh, this is my second time wearing it. So, and I've been working on the brim because I like it just a little, you know.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I turn mine in.
Yeah.
I haven't even taken time to shape my hat yet. I just took it out of the package and...
Well, the more you wear it, the more it shapes the head a little bit better.
Yeah.
Break it in. So it's going to take a few more times for me, but I'll get there. I love it. I genuinely do. I used to never wear hats. Yeah. And now I love wearing hats.
I like to wear a hat when I'm outside working in the garden. So that's when I'll be wearing it most.
Yeah. I do that, but just for everyday use, you know, I need to start wearing them more because I don't know. It's so comfortable. You can pull your hair back and it doesn't have to look perfect or, you know, my hair's frizzy. I can pull it in a ponytail and rock it out.
Yeah. Rebecca, I'm really glad to see that you're feeling better today. That's great.
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah. I tend to get overheated if I wear a hat. And so I have to be careful what hat I'm wearing.
Now, in my area, we do derby hats for the Kentucky Derby. And I don't own a derby hat, but I have a fastener. So I rock a fastener for that. One of these days, I would like to get a big derby, a proper derby hat. I think that would be fun.
Is it fastener or fascinator?
We are around here. It's fascinator, but we call it fastener around here because we like a little bit lazy on our, you know, like Lazy Days Ahead. We a little lazy on how we say things around here.
Okay. That explains it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but no, they're just kind of like a poof here,
right?
Little hat.
Yeah,
it's fun to see the different hats in our area around Kentucky Derbies. I've even seen like My Little Pony hats and stuff, and I'm like, that's so brilliant. You ladies better be nice. I don't get mad. You listen here, buddy. You're not even the guest today. It's just Miss Lisa. So whatever.
Exactly, whatever.
Going back to the hats, I cannot imagine years ago or even now, they probably still do it. They wear the big, huge hats, and you're the one behind trying to cheer on your horse, and it's like, I can't imagine how they did that back then.
Well, they still do. And let me tell you, they have some really big hats. When my boys are both Eagle Scouts. And when they were in Boy Scouts, one of the things that we would do is we would, after the Oaks, which is the Friday before the Kentucky Derby, the big Run for the Roses race, after Oaks, and then the day after Derby, we would go and clean up Churchill Downs. And it was a fundraiser for our troop. But on Oaks night, I could see everybody all dressed in with their big hats and wild outfits. Let me tell you, I saw some pretty interesting fashionistas and some guys too. One guy I'll never forget, he came into the Kentucky Derby wearing nothing but overalls, and that was it. That's all he had on. No socks, no shoes. He had overalls, and he let him in. I thought it was kind of odd.
Oh my
It makes
God.
me wonder if he was in the center, field, not maybe like with everybody else, but I've seen some really cool looking, beautiful Derby hats. And they're big, so I've seen it all, I feel like. So, see, did Glenda say Church's chicken? Where's mine? We don't have Church's chicken around here. We have Culver's. And I may have had a Culver's ice cream the other day. Well, a custard ice cream.
We have KFC. There's a Popeyes around here somewhere.
We have Popeyes too.
We used to have a Popeyes in Caldwell, and we went there one day, and a couple days later, we went to go to Popeyes again, and it was gone.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Disappeared.
Aw.
And
Now that's downright mean. I'm sorry. I'll just keep it real. Oh, and Joey, let Ginger know. I love this. This has to be one of my favorite cups I got from Ginger. I love it. I've been using this so much. I haven't done anything. You're supposed to like change the lid out and add something, make your own lid insert. I never did, but I love this cup.
Huh.
Yeah, Ginger gave that to me.
I have this one that I use. Turn it the right way here.
Oh, nice. Is that where your husband works at?
No, this is actually in Texas, in Plum Grove and Livingston, Texas.
Oh, that's so cool.
I've been working, trying hard to get them on the channel for an interview. They actually have 3 separate channels.
Oh, wow.
And it's a farm animal sanctuary.
Oh,
Neat.
how cool is that?
Yeah. I've been following them for 3, maybe going on 4 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it's a pretty cool channel.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyway, it really keeps things hot. Yeah, very hot. And keeps it cold too. And I love it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. It's nice to have a good mug to have like that, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we said hi to Tracy, but hey, Tracy, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, I think she just snuck in. She's actually going to be my guest on Monday.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Garden kitchen.
I still got to set up the live. I thought I had it set up, but I will get that done today or tomorrow, Tracy, and I'll be sending you your link for getting into the studio. So just keep an eye in your email for that. And
Oh, I see a comment. Sir Grace let you wear his shirt today. Well, I mean, charming,
absolutely.
Although I don't think he'd like the sweater, I mean, I don't know. Sir Grace has lost a lot of weight, so maybe he would like the sweater. He and I have been losing weight together, and we weigh exactly the same weight. And I told him, I said, you need to stop. And his trainer pulled him aside and said, you need to stop. You're at a good weight now. Let her keep going. So he's back in his military weight. He put on his uniform. He was in the Air Force, for those who don't know. And he put on his uniform. I'm like, yeah, I knew I married a man in blue. Mm-hmm. Like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But no, this is my sweater.
I am so looking forward to the good weather again, so I can get outside and start being active again.
Oh yeah. Well, gardening too. I mean, how about you, Lisa? Are you
I played in the
doing?
dirt. Yeah, I played in the dirt yesterday.
What you do in the dirt? I want to know.
So I had my hydroponics, and I started my tomatoes and cucumbers. I have lettuce in here growing too, and I had some beets. Now the beets I started in those little peat pots thingies, I guess. So I mean, yesterday was the first sunny day we've had, and this was warmer. Today too. I hadn't done nothing today, but I just went out and checked them, and they're doing good. So I planted my beets and my tomatoes outside yesterday.
Wow. Oh,
I did so.
what
We're supposed to
grade
have
are you?
in the 79B. We're supposed to
Okay.
have the 70s the next couple of weeks, so they should do good.
Yes, they will. Oh, wow.
I think they jumped the gun and changed our grow zone from 6B to 7A this year or this last year. And we're cycling back to the way it used to always be here as far as our weather. And I knew it was going to happen. The last couple of years, I've been telling everybody, we're cycling back. We're cycling back.
Yeah.
They went and changed our grow zone to 7A. And now we're right back. We're having, like, the entire month of February, we had cold weather and snow. Last February, I was outside planting seeds and getting them started in my greenhouse. And now this year, there's no way I could have. It was too cold to be outside. So, I don't know. I haven't even had a chance to begin starting my seeds. Of course, part of that is having 16 cats in the house and having to keep up with the laundry and the litter boxes and everything else.
Now I've started the winter seed sowing, so we're in the same grow zone situation as you are, Karma. I have never agreed with the 7A either. That's what they're saying that we are. Mm-hmm. I grow on a 6B. All of our summer crops go out the weekend of the Derby, the Kentucky Derby. That's how we do ours. Like that weekend, I'll do a 10-day check, and if we're staying above freezing, then everything goes out in the garden. That's how we roll in this area. So all of my winter seed sowing is already outside. I use milk jugs, and I'll do perennials and cold crops, and I do artichokes. And then as the weather warms up, then they come up naturally. I don't have to do nothing, but just make sure it's wet. You know, when the soil is all nice and wet. And then if we have a dry period, I'll run outside with a little gardening can and just pour a little water down in there just so they don't dry out. But we get enough moisture. I don't typically worry about it. So it's really a hands-off approach to gardening. And I love it, especially for the perennial flowers. I try to always get some pollinator type flowers come in. This weekend, I'll be starting all my cold crops. I do plan on joining Survival Seeds. I haven't officially done the video. I've been either really busy because we've been under renovation, or I've been sick. So I'm waiting for my voice to get a little bit better to go ahead and join in on the collab. But I do intend doing that. And I have some of the beans sitting. Actually, they're right here on the ground. I'm going to replant some of those pinto beans out in the garden that I saved from last year. And
good.
Yeah, and I have Mariana tomatoes. We'll see what they end up being like. They're a hybrid, so not really certain if I'm going to get one of the parent plants or a proper Mariana tomato, but we'll see. It's food, right? So, that's all that matters. But I will be starting my summer crops mid-March. I don't want to get them too soon, but And the other thing I'm going to be doing this weekend is dahlia seeds because I need some more dahlia tubers. My husband bought a bunch of dahlia seeds for me for Christmas a couple years ago, so I need to keep working on cycling through those and keep growing. I forgot to dig up the ones from last year, so they've all died because the grow zone that we're in, it kills all the dahlias off. We have to actually dig them up and put them in storage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I use an app called From Seed to Spoon.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Amazing app, and you can use it the free version, or you can pay for it annually, and I think it's like $40 for a year, and it gives you more functionality. But it tells me, you put in your zip code and it'll calculate the dates for you. It'll tell you what plants are available to be planted. And what's really, really cool about it is that you can, they're adding new features all the time, and they take feedback from their users and they implement what the user wants. And you can even be in their beta testing group, and they'll push out the new features to their beta group to make sure that they're functional before they put it out to everybody else. But this is what the app looks like. And it tells me that my last frost date here is May 9th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
I
can set up individual beds. They now make it so that you can have a 30 by 30 garden. You can design it how you want. It'll tell you what plants are companion plants. And if you try to put a plant in there that is not compatible with what you already have in there, it'll tell you so that you can put something different next to what you already have in there. You can lay out your garden before you ever put it outside.
Nice.
And it has recipes in there. It has themed garden beds. Like you can do a burger garden, a cocktail garden, aroma oasis, a pizza patch. There's one for deer resistance, heirloom heritage, a shady spot, vertical veggie oasis. There's also in here somewhere, there was one, medicinal herbs. And then it has a section for growing for your health. Like if you're specifically looking to heal for bone and joint health, it tells you what plants to plant for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If you're looking to heal your heart, like heart health, it'll tell you what plants are good for that. If you have Lyme disease, it tells you what plants are good for that. What plants to plant for weight loss. It has several different categories for that. And it's just really, really a wonderful program that you can use. And you can take pictures of bugs, and it'll identify them for you and how to treat for that insect. You can take pictures of your plant, and it'll identify what disease it has and how to treat for it.
That's pretty cool.
You can ask it questions, and it'll answer it and tell you what you need to know. They do weekly lives where you can go and interact with them and ask questions of them, and they'll give you gardening tips. And I've been using it ever since they first designed the program, like back in 2018 or 19, something like that.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up too. I am not the best at planning my garden. I'm not gonna lie about it. I just know what I want. I'm like,
right.
This year on the forefront, not only is survival seeds, but like last year I forgot to plant Cherokee purple tomatoes, which is one of my favorites, and I missed it all last year. And I'm like, no, that is at the forefront this year. And then I purchased all new pepper seeds, the sweet peppers, because 2 years ago they somehow cross-pollinated. And so my crop last year, you'd either eat like a sweet pepper or a sweet hot pepper because it had been mixed with jalapenos from the previous year, or the cayenne peppers is what I grew 2 years ago. So I have certain things like I think about, and then I think about what I'm going to can and what I store and what we go through. What do we like eating? I've kind of narrowed it down. So I'm not the best with it, but we are expanding. I purchased another raised bed. I really do like the raised bed idea. Lisa, the tree that you saw in my backyard, it's actually going to go ahead and come on down. It's an invasive species, and so we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. We have 2 peach trees that we need to get into the ground. So I'm like, okay, priorities here. We're taking down an invasive species, and we're going to add 2 peach trees. So I'm looking forward to that. But when we go to take that tree down, we're going to use the wood in the raised bed to fill the bottom part of it up to kind of get it going. And then I do a hugelkultur. It's a German thing to layer it up. And I've been doing that for years and years and years. Yeah. And I use the manure from the chickens, and I will put it hot, but I put it all the way at the bottom, like all the way at the bottom. So I'm not wasting anything. And then I'll build it up in the layers. So we will be adding that. And I'm looking forward to having an herb garden, like one just for my herbs.
That'll be cool.
So, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's welcome our.
Oh, my Aunt Lynn's here. Hey, Aunt Lynn.
Ginger is in here from Not For Nothing Homestead.
Yes. Oh, Ginger. I love the cup.
And Scott's here, rambling with the brooms.
Hey, bro. He has bronchitis just like me. We're twinsying.
Lynn from the Official Ann Lynn Show. Welcome in.
My co-conspirator.
Yes, I saw that. That was hilarious. Hilarious.
Mom has not found everything, by the way. If you guys have watched both of those videos, not everything was shown on camera. She has more presents to find around the house.
Oh. See, I thought you made the ducks and the Jesuses too easy on some of them.
Yeah, but there were 50 little Jesus and 25 ducks.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that the majority of where I hit them was not filmed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I wanted her to kind of have some goose eggs to find, like, ooh, let's look. Then she asked me to come over to her house to show her where the rest is at. And I said, nope, I found everybody too. So, and then there are some presents hidden too that were not shown on film that happened on the second day that we went in. And I'm not going to tell her. She's just going to have to find them organically. She'll know it when she sees it. So,
that's funny.
That's how our family rolls. And we're jokesters. And my mom has played jokes on me and has played jokes on Aunt Lynn. So I know that this is going to keep going. This is just how we love each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The challenge is trying to think up on something new each time.
Well, Sir Grace and I have some from our military days that, yeah. So we've never told Aunt Lynn or my mom some of those. So maybe that might be coming down the pipes. So we'll leave it like that. But no, we like good, clean fun and hope that everybody else had, a good laugh. Life is too hard, and there's so many bad things going on. And, it's like you need just a moment just to laugh. And that's what I hope to share with that. What's funny is now she can't walk around the house naked because you never know when Jesus is watching. I'm just saying, Jesus is all over. We left my stepdad, Dave, We left all his stuff alone. So it was straight from my mother. We went straight after her. And what's funny is I shared it with 2 of my kids, the first video before I dropped it. And my kids were like, I didn't know you could do that, Mom. And I'm like, oh, because I didn't play jokes on my kiddos. But yeah, I got rave reviews. They thought that was funny that I got their grandma.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyhow, but yeah, she's not found everything, which is good. She'll talk more about it tomorrow, and we are going to do a follow-up on it. So
that's great.
Yeah.
What time is their show?
So it's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So 8 o'clock my time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Might have to set my alarm.
I'm sure it'll be fun. So, yeah.
You wouldn't have to get up. So I have to leave the house at no later than 10:30. And so I would have to get up at 8 o'clock. But
it's a fun show, the 2 of them together. They're real life sisters, and they're hysterical together, the 2 of them. Even in person, they're funny. Watching the 2 of them, I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So Miss Lisa, how have you been doing lately?
Pretty good. I take one day at a time. Some days I'm busier, and some days, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sit down, but that never happens.
I understand that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I always have to tell Jay, I'm not scared to do everything. I ain't afraid.
You remind me a lot of my mom, because my mom, she was always up busy doing something. She couldn't just sit. If she sat for 15, 20 minutes, she had to be up doing something. It didn't matter what it was, she was up doing.
Well, you're always thinking of, oh, I need to go do this, or I need to go do this, or I was going to start the laundry and I forgot, so let me go do that now. So yeah, there's always something to do.
Yeah, there is.
When she got real sick, then she wasn't up moving as much, and that was hard to watch.
Yeah, that was like my dad. My dad was used to doing everything, and then when he got to the point where he couldn't drive, and that was when he's ready to go, he's gonna go drive, or he drove everywhere. My mom does drive, but my dad's been gone. Gosh, it's gonna be 12 years this March. But yeah, it was hard to see him, because then he couldn't do stuff around the house, and he had to ask. And that I think that's going to be hard for me, having to ask.
Yeah.
Right.
If I can do it myself, I'm going to do it.
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that one.
Lynn. I think you should join us, don't you?
Yeah, Aunt Lynn needs to do it. So she and I have had this conversation before. I'm going to say it again. She had a rough start last year. And I told her that every gardener, even the oldies,
absolutely,
there's something that we mess up on, not to give up. And it could also be as simple as something was wrong. I think this was my aunt's issue. Something was wrong with her soil. I don't think it was anything that she had done wrong per se. I think it was her soil. And a lot of her survival seeds did not make it. And so we just encouraged her. I said, go get this seed, go get that seed, come on back in, jump back in. It's more about learning. And, I've been gardening since 2010. I've killed everything. But every year I always have something that's a fail. Every year. But I get out and I do it every year. And I love it. It's something I enjoy. So Aunt Lynn, and I know you're looking at gardening in a different way. And I think you've got some good ideas up your sleeve.
Do you remember how my year started last year?
Refresh my memory.
I started seeds in the house early. I had them under drill lights. I was doing everything according to Hoyle, and I was taking everybody's advice and, do it this way, do it that way, and I would get beautiful seedlings. They'd look perfect one day, and the next day they'd be dead. And everything I did, I would try everything, and they would die. As soon as I took them outside, put them in the greenhouse, left them, even though it was getting really cold at night, I had the most beautiful, and I threw everything out that everybody was saying, and I just did it outside, left them to nature, and did it the way I had always done it. And I finally had success.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Lisa is the queen of hydroponics.
No.
I want you to look at my coleus, all brown and dead. So, I mean, that's from one gardener, and it's all of them, too. I'm not going to pull them out because it's wet. I got to take that downstairs and dump it. But, I keep it real, I kill things, too.
Mm.
Well,
yeah. I had a tray of the little, I guess it comes in a tray, but I cut them in sections of the peat pot things. So there was 10 of them. I had red kidney bean in each one with the dirt, and nothing happened. I had 2 other round, smaller, well, they're bigger pots, but they were the peat pots. Mm-hmm. And so I had, those came up, but nothing happened in these. And yesterday I finally took a spoon and they were all mushy, so they were too wet. I think I drowned them. So all of them, none of them. So I replanted those in some different, I got some coconut fiber that you add water to and it expands.
Yeah,
so I thought I'd try that this year. So I just replanted those, or new ones, last night. So we'll see. Awesome. Cross my fingers, hopefully they'll come up. But yeah, it was weird. I took one out and it was like, ew, it's all mushy. It's gross.
Hey, Jody, welcome in. So glad you're here.
It happens to everybody.
It does.
All good.
The best thing I learned last year was, hey, Tiffany, welcome in. The best thing I learned last year was you don't have to follow all the rules that everybody else is doing. Do what you know works for you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest takeaway I had last year.
Well, I'm still learning, so.
I learned too. We'll never stop learning. That's the part of gardening, is that we're supposed to grow, not just grow, the seeds, but we grow as a human being. There's something about that. And we're also taking care of our mental health and our physical health. It takes both to go out to that garden. So, we're becoming better humans, too, in the process.
Absolutely.
And mistakes happen. We all make mistakes. It doesn't have to be in the garden. We make mistakes in life in general, But what do we do? Do we sit down in the mully grub, or do we get back up and try again? Absolutely. So, that's the same with gardening. And I'm excited to get this year's seeds going and getting them ready. In my area, a lot of the old-time gardeners think I'm crazy for starting my seeds in March, my tomatoes, my bell peppers. But I like to do it in March. Then in April, they'll go out into the greenhouse. They'll come in at night because it's typically too cold. And they're already starting to acclimate. And I had some really nice-sized tomatoes. And then when I go out in the garden, I can bury them way down deep and get that root system going. And then I always have beautiful, strong tomato plants.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't always listen to everybody, even the old-time gardeners. And I take it as a suggestion, and maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't totally dismiss, but they think I'm crazy for starting seeds in March. But I've done it every year, and I'm not pained the way I do it. I love it.
You have to do what you know works for you.
You do.
And sometimes it's trial and error. You try something, and if you find it doesn't work for you, you don't do it again.
Mm-mm. Same with not liking certain plants. So I will never grow a Brad's Atomic tomato ever again. Ever again. I grew those in 2021, and my chickens were the recipients once they were fully ripened, because my chickens don't eat green tomatoes. They'll only eat the ripened ones. They're kind of bougie. But I hated those Brad's Atomic tomatoes. We always thought you were crazy before March. Yeah. I mean, I am crazy, Jesse. You knew that.
One of your chickens was eating the green tomato. We saw.
Did you really? She ate a green tomato?
One of yours. Yeah, and you had the green one in your hand that was already eaten, and you were talking to her.
I forgot. Yes, it was Tweety. It was Tweety. Yeah, I forgot about her. She did. You're right. Okay, so I backtrack. It was Tweety Bird. I took a video of that and put that out. Little sticker, too. I'm low on the pecking order within my flock.
My sweetie.
She's the second lowest. Aw.
Oh, look at her face.
She's beautiful.
This is Caroline. She's the mama of all the kittens.
Aw, she's a beautiful kitty cat. I bet Aunt Lynn's going, can I just go right through and just get my grandma loves? Aunt Lynn had my cousin's cat with them for a little while, and so I know she misses her baby who moved out.
She's pregnant.
Aw, she's a beautiful kitty cat.
And she's so tiny.
Aw.
What's really funny is her first litter that she had here at the house was 4 girls, and the second litter, 5 boys.
Oh my goodness.
Curious what this batch is going to be.
Mm.
And her daughter Bianca looks almost identical to her.
Aww.
Anyway, I just had to show you because it's not real frequent that she'll get up here with me on the bed and let me love her.
Oh,
she'll let me love on her, but she's obviously been hit a few times, because sometimes if I move just a certain way, she'll flinch and run away.
Skittish, yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get her to let me love on her.
Aww.
So this is a huge win.
Oh, she's so sweet. She's so pretty. Well, I've got a question.
Okay.
Would you like to play a game of Would You Rather?
Absolutely.
How about you, Miss Lisa?
Sure.
All right. Well, the question. So I want everybody in the chat to chime in too. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we want your answers as well. And since this is Talk About It Tuesday, my first question is, would you rather have a never-ending supply of pizza or never-ending supply of tacos?
I know my answer.
Miss Lisa, what is your answer?
Can't do half and half, huh?
No, you can't do half. It's an or question.
I knew Robin's answer. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised, but I figured that one.
Probably tacos.
Tacos?
I think I would get burnt out on pizza after a while. I do like pizza. I do like tacos, but I think, yeah. Because you can kind of change up tacos. You didn't say what kind and what was in it.
And there's so many variations to tacos too, right?
Right.
There are so many different ways you can make pizza. You can make breakfast pizza. You can make
a taco pizza.
Yeah, you can have taco pizza. You can have chicken pizza. You can have pepperoni. You can have one of our favorites is Hawaiian pizza on the creamy garlic sauce with coconut on top.
That sounds good.
Yep. You know what my choice is.
So yours is pizza. So mine would be tacos, because I crave tacos all the time, and I don't know why. But then I also I could take the tortilla and make a salad with it and have taco salad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still getting my tacos, or I can do street tacos, or I can do, there's so many things. Mine would be tacos. Let's see what everybody else said. Ronson said pizza.
Pizza for everybody.
Scott said pizza. Fisherman 506 pizza. Aunt Lynn was pizza. And Rebecca was pizza. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hey.
So then, kind of along the food items, would you rather have a lifetime supply of ice cream or a lifetime supply of chips?
Ooh, ice cream for me. That was easy.
Ice cream.
Yeah, mine would be ice cream. There's so many different kinds of ice cream out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder what theirs are.
Yeah, because then you can put them in root beer floats or
yeah,
sundaes or
a good sundae. We have Cold Stone Creamery here. Do you guys have one of those?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that German chocolate Cold Stone Creamery ice cream. Oh my gosh, it's off the charts. I could eat that all day, every day.
That doesn't count, Jesse.
Chip. You have to have your chocolate chip or your mint chip.
That would count, but
yeah. Although you could sprinkle the top on it, that could be your top. Let's see here. How we're assuming you can never have one you don't pick. It's one for the lifetime, Ronson. Yeah, I'd probably choose chips. And then Aunt Lynn was ice cream. And let's see here. Jessie was ice cream, but butter pecan concrete from Culver's. Yes. I had a Reese's peanut butter cup concrete from Culver's. That's what I had. And I got a big one. I can't eat a full one, so I got a big one. When I was actually sick, we had it DoorDash to the house. And so I ate a little bit of it the first night. I wanted ice cream. I was sick as sick, but I wanted ice cream. So I had a little bit, and then I threw the rest in the freezer. And man, I just ate the rest of that up. It was so good. I could eat that all day, every day. So I guess it's Ronson, you're the only one with chips. So
Rebecca needs lactose-free ice cream, but I need lactose-free. Okay.
Doesn't matter what kind of ice cream, just as long as it's ice cream.
And my favorite is, have you ever heard of Spumoni?
Uh-huh.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Oh, man, I love Spumoni. It's hard to find around here, but
there was a restaurant that we would go to when we were growing up, but that's what the dessert was, Spumoni.
Was it?
Yes. But I can't remember. But I remember having that because it was in the little tin cup kind of thing, old-fashioned kind of, but a little tin cup, and it's Spumoni.
Yep. Well, there's a restaurant in downtown Louisville. Aunt Lynn, is it Spaghetti Factory or Spaghetti Warehouse? I can't remember which it is, but it's downtown Louisville, and that's what they serve if you want some ice cream after your meal.
I don't think so, Jesse.
Chicken ice cream?
Chili flavor.
Now, I have had a taste of wasabi and ginger ice cream.
Oh, I've never had that.
That was amazing. It was amazing. I can't remember where it was. It was some little off the beaten path specialty ice cream shop in Eagle. And they gave out little samples of the different flavors if you asked for it. And that was one of them. It was wasabi and ginger.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. What an interesting combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Now, Lisa knows this, I make bourbon vanilla ice cream from scratch. I have an ice cream maker, and then I make my own bourbon vanilla. And so when it calls for the vanilla, that's what I'm putting in. It is really, really, really good.
That
And then
sounds
put some Miss Lisa's jam on top of the topping. The strawberry you sent me a strawberry glaze, and that was really good together.
like that.
Super, super good. My favorite is butter pecan with Ruffles chips to scoop it with. Okay, now you're like blowing my mind because you guys showed me the French fries and ice cream. Now I'm going to have to try it with
French
potato
fries
chips.
and ice cream is good.
His mom, when she
It's
was
good. No, I
pregnant,
didn't argue. It just blew my brain. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's good.
Jesse's mom, when she was pregnant with him, would always eat that, and she always ate that after too. But Ruffles and ice cream,
Oh my gosh.
he loves it.
Sweet
He loves to
mama.
eat
Mama
his
will
chips.
protect you. It's okay.
Oh my goodness. All right. So then let's see here. We're going to switch it out just a tiny bit. We're going to stay on the food subject though. Would you rather only eat vegetables for a month or only eat fast food for a month?
That's
Vegetables.
Vegetables.
I
Yeah.
like vegetables. I would get tired of fast food.
Yeah. I'm with you. I can
think
only eat
so.
so much fast food. How about you, Karma?
Tough choice. Because I know my body.
Yeah.
I would have to have the protein, and I can't do just plant protein. So looking at it from that standpoint, I'd probably go with fast food because there are ways you can eat healthier.
Sure.
But I like the vegetables.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with the fast food.
You'd go fast food. And see, I like the vegetables. I like eating salads a lot. And then if I can get stuff out of my garden, it just tastes so good. So I'd have to do it while my garden's in season because that's the best time.
Here's what I was thinking. There are ways you can eat healthier, even fast food.
Chick-fil-A is another really good one if you're going to eat healthy. There's some really good options that they've got. So I can see that.
Even if you say you get a hamburger, okay, don't eat the bun. Just extra lettuce or something, wrap it in.
Or even eat only half the bun.
Right.
Yeah. If I have to run through, like I'm going to give the Chick-fil-A thing. If I have to run through Chick-fil-A really quick and I'm kind of in a hurry, I don't have time to get something to eat at home, I usually get the grilled chicken bites, and then I'll get I'll pick a sauce, whatever I feel like that day, and then I'll put a little bit of it in the chicken, mix it up real good, and then I get a kale salad, and I'll put that chicken right on top of that kale salad, and that's my lunch. And it's a high protein, low carb, low calorie, quick, easy, out the door. So I mean, fast food has some really good options. It shouldn't be knocked down, but that's like my go-to if I'm close to Chick-fil-A. So yeah, there's a lot of really healthy. McAllister's is another really good one. They've got good healthy foods. If you only eat half the bun, that makes a hamburger a tostada. Yep, that's true. That's true. Aunt Lynn, fast food. Let's see here. What was some of the other? Ronson said fast food. Okay. And Rebecca said vegetables.
Yes, Aunt Lynn said fast food, but I need to say vegetables.
No, you can say whatever you want to say. Ain't no judgment here. This is a no judgment zone.
Welcome, Belt Loop 29.
Hey.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary. What's up? Every time I see you come on, I'm going, what's up? So not sip. I'm sorry. I've got bronchitis, so it's coming out wrong. All right, let me find another one. We're going to change this one. I have a good laugh. Would you rather have a hook for a hand or a peg for a leg?
Oh.
The hook.
Hook.
I think a peg for a leg, because I'd still be able to kick. I could take the peg off and use that as husband adjuster.
Hey, I have had a broken ankle, and I know how much you depend on your legs for so much. When you can't bear weight on your leg, you can adapt, and those hooks, they make them so that you can use them to grip and do things. So, yeah, I'll take the hook.
Although if a peg leg is flying at you, it's a little bit bigger. I'm trying to think. Let's see, your peg for a leg. There's so many fine motor skills you would be without not having a hand. I feel like you could learn to walk with the peg somewhat easily. Mm-hmm. So with the fine motor skills, a sweet guy that is no longer around, he lost his arm with the military. He had chondrosarcoma. And so he never gave up his dream of shooting archery. And I remember watching him, like he held the bow and he would shoot with, he'd pull the what's the string back, you know what I'm talking about? He'd pull it back with his teeth and he would have his arm out holding it and he could get bullseye. Let me just say, wow, that was really cool. But I got to see all kinds of things. Like I saw warriors without their legs doing adaptive sports. It's really cool, like swimming. And so, you know, and to see them take these medals, it's pretty awesome. For me personally, I would have to say probably a hook. Because that way, if Sir Grace gets away, I can just like hook him back in. You know, remember like, what was it, the Gong Show back in the day where they had the shepherd's hook come out and back, you know?
That's an awful big hook for your hand, though.
Yeah, I could just kind of like go here. So that would be my thing. You know, I can like gong somebody out with the leg and then hook them in. Let's see here. Let's see. Vetliv says, you know, they can tell when they find the bones of archers by their skeletal structure. Yeah. Yeah, because they have to stand properly. Let's see. Cool. I hear pirates.
Certain muscles, I guess, too, or how they were.
Because your stance is, you know, you got to have it. I'm not doing it right, but I'm not an archer, so don't make fun of me. But it depends on which. Are you using a compound, or are you using recurve? And then I know, like with the recurve, what's your weight on your limbs? And that's a big thing because I ordered the wrong limbs for Sir Grace. I'm like, oh, he can do 50-pound limbs. Okay, for any of those archers. Yeah, he's not that strong. That was one of the more tougher sets of limbs that you can buy. He's like, I kind of need them about 10 pounds.
Oh, God.
I'm like, you could do it. You could do it. Couldn't even pull that thing back. And I'm like, oh, I had to borrow somebody else's.
Then you got to be careful it doesn't hit your arm right here, too.
Right? Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Now, if they're, I know, like legally blind, if they're competing, they get a bigger target. But my husband has like a tripod. And so they put all the legally blind together because visual acuity is different for everybody. And when they call you legally blind, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't see in front of you. It just means that you can't see a certain distance clear, right? So some can't see straight up, some can't see further, and it's all different. So they blindfold each of the participants. And then there's a tripod, and it's got a pin that comes out. So when they pull back on their bow, right, with this hand, they're feeling for the pin, and then they can no, it's this hand. So they're because he's tapping this way. So he taps it, and he can tell
Oh,
They're aggressive and mean. They're mean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Logan is legally blind in his left eye.
Oh, wow.
He can't even see the big E on the vision chart.
Yeah.
They have to stand about 3 feet away from him and do the finger test, and sometimes he can see it, sometimes he can't. His right eye, as long as he has corrective lenses, he can see. Otherwise, he has very low vision in that eye.
My husband comes from the brain, so it's a signal. So we have good days and bad days. On average, it's within 4 feet. He's seeing you clear. But then after that, it's shadows. But then sometimes it completely shuts off. It just really depends on that brain flow. So his eyeballs are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with his eyeballs. He'll tell you that straight up. Ain't nothing wrong. It's a low blood flow. We had to have a spectrum MRI to figure out that problem.
With Logan, he was born with glaucoma and cataracts.
And
he had the cataract removed on his left eye when he was 10 years old. But they did not replace the lens.
Oh, wow.
Because he was still growing. And so he still doesn't have a lens in that eye. And he started out with just glaucoma in the left eye. Now he has it in both eyes.
Wow.
And so he has to go in for exams 2 to 3 times a year with an ophthalmologist. And sometimes he's fine, sometimes he's not. And they don't want to do anything with his left eye, because if anything happened to his right eye, there's still a chance they could possibly restore some vision to his left eye.
Oh, wow.
Because they've gone in here, I think it's been about 5 years ago, they went in with a laser and they did laser surgery on his eye and cleaned up the scar tissue from the cataract removal. And
wow. Yeah. Well, we go see a neuro-optometrist. That's what my husband sees.
Oh,
so
okay.
So because it's a brain injury situation, so it's a very hard field for us to find a provider. And so he's a neuro-optometrist, and she sees him a few times a year, and he's got special glasses that have been ordered, and it's the it's not the laser. They're I'll think of it later, but prisms. They're prisms. And so for a while, he wore tape on his glasses, and then they were able to zero in with where his vision is, and they were watching how he was walking because he falls from this. So now he wears special glasses like when he's out and about, and it helps him with seeing that. But then we get adaptive equipment for him too, and special lights and whatnot, because it all comes from the brain. Which brain injury stuff is weird to start with. It's an invisible wound, so you have to start with the stigma first. But trying to get those things figured out. Yeah, that's been something that's been interesting. But it's nice whenever he gets with other people that are kind of in the same field, because it's like we're not alone. We're not, it's not crazy. Some people say. But
yeah.
Anyhow, well, okay, let me find another one. Okay, kind of back to food.
Thanks for being here, Gary. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Gary. Okay, would you rather eat an insect or eat a dirt-covered chocolate?
Dirt covered chocolate. Me too.
That chocolate.
Me too. I can't do an insect.
No,
God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. But I don't know about the insect.
No, I was sent some like chocolate covered grasshoppers from my sister, my younger sister, but they were packaged, and she bought it from a company. It's like I couldn't even eat one of those. It's like no, like
the delicacy in some places, but not here.
Yeah, not here.
Not here. Yeah. How about you guys in chat? Tell us what you would do. You get the speciality part of it off first, the dirt. Get the grit down.
Suck the dirt off and spit it out. Yeah.
That's funny.
What is it like? Okay, maybe Lisa, you know what I'm talking about. But when kids are little, if they eat dirt, is it that they're lacking iron? One of my kiddos did this, and I had a nurse tell me what it. I know you're not a nurse, Lisa, but I was just thinking because you worked in the school system.
I know it's called pica when they eat things that shouldn't normally be eaten.
Yeah, I was thinking it was iron because one of my kiddos was eating it, and I was so grossed out. And they're like, "It's an iron thing." I think it's iron, but there was something to it. So we ran the lab work on the kiddos, and everything was fine. They were just being kids, but there's something to do with that.
I think
I don't know.
I think it could probably be just about any mineral because there's lots of minerals in dirt. My mother-in-law has a friend who just enjoys the taste of dirt, and she'll keep a clump of dirt on her, like,
that's like weird fetishes. Yeah,
on a saucer. And every now and then, if she gets the hankering for the taste, she'll grab it, take a lick, and be satisfied.
You might want to go get her labs tested. I would say go get your labs tested. There's something you're missing.
She has, and everything's fine. She just likes the taste of dirt.
Now, I like to go out and play in dirt. I like when I go out in my garden, I'll take all my jewelry off, and I like to be barefooted too. I like the feel, and I like the hands in the dirt. I like touching that. And a psychiatrist once told me that's because you're a very grounded person. You're very calm inside nature. You're connecting with earth. So there's something with dirt. We got to figure out what the eating thing is. I can tell you the touching thing because I like, that's kind of different.
Yeah,
it's hard to go barefoot down here because we have so many fire ants.
Oh no, I wouldn't be barefoot.
Oh,
no.
Well, we've got goat heads. You don't walk barefoot.
Yeah. No.
What are those?
Oh, they're worse than Legos if you step on one. They are this little, they're the seeds from a weed.
Yeah.
They're named goat heads because they look like a goat head, a skull. They have 3 prongs on them. They're kind of triangular, rounded shape. And they'll have spikes like this that go up, and then they'll have another one that goes down.
Mm-hmm.
I will, I'll try to, when they're out this year, I'll try to get some pictures of it. Or do a
you don't want your animals getting caught up in that either, because that is so hard to get them out of their fur.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what we have in our field back here behind us. It's the school field, but walk in there, or maybe they're burrs, but they're like in the springtime and then in the fall time, he'll pick up his feet like he's like stepped on something. So I wonder if that's what those are.
You know,
like that.
You know if you stepped on a goat head. Now there's also sandburrs, and they've got lots of little spikes on them. But these only have 3 or 4 at the most. And if they go in your foot and they bust off, you're going to be in pain until that piece of the thorn works its way out.
Hmm.
And it gets in the fur too, really bad, and it mats animals' fur.
It does.
And it hurts.
Jesse's showing me on the, I think that's what they are.
I was going to say, I know in northern Texas, like up by Amarillo, up that way, when we've traveled through that, we had a dog, our Cocker Spaniel, and she got them all up into her, like, they like clung on inside her paw pads. And I had to literally pick her up and pull them out. I mean, they just painful. But then with that cocker fur, I mean, it was awful. We had to take our time to pull it out of there. Yeah, that and the other thing in that, at least I don't know, Arizona, jumping choyas. I hate jumping choyas. Don't ever go around a jumping choya.
Oh, that's the cactus.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were in Arizona, we went through that the national forest, the Sequoia.
Saguaro.
Yeah. So we stopped, and I'm out there, and I'm walking to take a picture of this one, like a cactus barrel, and it had all these flowers and stuff on it. And so I was coming back, and I'm like, I got like cactuses stuck on my shoe and on the side of my pants. I'm like, what the heck? I was careful, but they just, you walk by and they attach themselves to you.
Yeah, and they get in there and they're hard to get out. And then don't ever back up on a saguaro either. I've done that too. You get all those little thorns. Well, I don't know, their spines, I guess is what the right term for it. They got into my leg, and it took forever to get them out. They're tiny. So you have to get tweezers and just one by one pull them out. And man, I hurt for about a week until some of them festered out.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, you have to take duct tape. That's like a trick with it. Just put some duct tape over it, and it gets the majority of it out. But some of them are so tiny and little, the duct tape's not going to work. Yeah. We don't have anything like that here, but we have problems with ticks. So I just don't go out into the woods if I can help it around here. That's our thing here, especially when it gets humid. They're pretty thick here in the woods. So let's see, here's coming from a family of 14 kids. If you drop a candy in the dirt, you don't waste time cleaning it off. That's funny.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine that many.
Yeah. No, I always told my kids, 5-second rule. Just blow it off. You're fine. You're fine. Well, let me ask one last question. Let me find one. Okay, we're going to end it in a funny note. So would you rather wear clown shoes every day or a clown nose every day?
Shoes.
I have enough balance issues. I'll take the nose.
And you'd wear the shoes, Lisa?
I think so.
Yeah. Can you imagine with those big old clown shoes?
What about
you didn't say what size they were.
Oh, okay. I would go with the nose. I think about Red Nose Day over in Europe. It's a fundraiser. And so
Walgreens does it.
Do they?
They have Red Nose Day, and I think it comes up around in April or May.
Yeah. Well, first time I had ever heard of Red Nose Day, my oldest came home from school and she said, tomorrow's Red Nose Day. And I'm like, what is that? So I had no idea because it was not an American thing at this point. And so I took a piece of paper, red paper, made it, circle, cut it out, and then put cotton balls. And then I took markers and I was and then I stuck it to a string and she went in. Oh, that poor kid. She had her DIY red nose. Her Mother's Day. I didn't know you could go down to the pharmacy over there. They call it Boots, like what we would say Walgreens. You go to Boots and you could just buy them, or go to Tesco and buy one. I didn't know that. So some mother told me after school, you can buy these red noses. I had no idea. I would do that just so my oldest, could have her payback for that time that mom made her wear that hideous red nose.
She survived, right? Yeah.
She survived, and she's thriving in life now because of that red nose.
That's funny.
Right. She's an artist too, so she can probably make that red nose better now. Oh, let's see. Your Fisherman 506 said nose. Rebecca said nose. Jessie said shoes. I think about Jessie. I think about you at that thrift store.
I was just thinking of that short with him walking through there. I could see him in those shoes.
Yeah. I just brought it up to a couple of ladies last week. I showed it to them. They didn't even know I had done it. They were like, yeah. And they loved it.
Well, today is all in honor of Miss Lisa and whatever,
Yeah, whatever.
So I want to show you a couple of things besides my whatever hat that I have gotten from Miss Lisa. And I won this on the dark side. I haven't even taken it out of the package, actually. Because I was going to do a big, mail call thing, but I didn't get it done. Been busy and haven't done any of it. Ooh, that's plastic in there. Makes a lot of noise. Believe it or not, this was actually on the dark side. This is nice. Nice Texas hat. Turn it the right way, you can see it.
What does it say underneath at the bottom?
It just, the Lone Star State.
Okay.
Yeah. Another nice hat that I won from the dark side. And then I also won a canning ladle.
Those are nice.
Nice.
I am so excited about this. This is going to be really nice. I'm trying really hard, a little at a time, to get my canning supplies built up so that I can actually can. The only things I've ever been able to actually do are freezer pickle beets, which are so delicious, by the way. You can actually make your pickled beets and put them in the freezer, and they taste like they're fresh.
And,
oh, wow.
Yeah. And I do mine so that they're in the freezer bags and they're laid flat. So when you thaw them out, they thaw faster. And then they'll keep in your refrigerator. I can't remember how long they're supposed to actually keep, but I keep them until they don't taste right anymore.
yeah, especially if you have the vinegar and stuff, it should keep them longer.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, I bought one of those canning spoons, speaking of Jessie and Lisa, off of their Amazon storefront. I bought that, and then I bought I
love it because you can hook it on, you scoop it out, and then you hook it on the side of the pot, and it's
right.
It doesn't get messy on the counter.
Yes, and then that funnel that you guys have on your Amazon, with it has the measurements. When I made my fig jam was the first time I used it. I loved it. I didn't have to get my little measuring tool out. I'm not a lot of my tools. Those are important to have. But I love being able to just set that on the jar and then just being able to look at it and go, okay, this is, 1/4 inch headspace or 1/2 inch headspace. I love that. And there's some really cool things on the Amazon storefront. I've gone and bought several things off of it.
That's cool.
So far. Well, the only thing I have here, because I've been to the dark side a couple of times, but it actually is my favorite thing. It's the spinner.
That's so cool.
And my oldest grandbaby, she loves it. She'll come upstairs and she'll sit at my desk and she'll just spin it. So I think I'm going to have to get one for her so she can have her own. But now it won't be able to go home because right now we're also in that throwing phase. So you got to be careful. But she likes to come up and she likes to spin it. And then I got a gnome brush for my kitchen sink.
Oh, the beardy brush.
Yes, I love that. I use it all the time. It's literally now when I got the new kitchen set up, for the old kitchen, I didn't have it out. But when I got the new kitchen set up, that was the first thing I put out. And I love it. It's like the perfect hand size. Like, you can just hold it, just fits in my hand nicely and scrub it out. And then if I need to throw it in the dishwasher, I'll throw it. I have 3 shelves in my dishwasher. I'll put it at the wee top just because I don't want it. I don't know if it's dishwasher safe, but I'm keeping it away from heat and everything. But I'll just put it in the dishwasher and it's held up just fine. I love it. There's some cool things. And then, of course, the bacon toothpaste. Has to be my funniest thing. There's some things that have to be goofy because it leaves you with a lasting memory. And I love it. Yeah. I love it. Sometimes that's all it's like the best thing. You need a good laugh in life and you need those memories. So I love the bacon toothpaste. Now I don't know that I would use it every day, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we're just about out of toothpaste. So I ordered the chocolate toothpaste. So we're waiting on that to come in. That's what Jessie wanted for the next one.
I ordered the wintergreen. And that wintergreen is so good.
Is it?
It is. It is really, really good.
Well, the chocolate sounds interesting. You have to do a review on it and let us know what you all think.
Yeah.
But Jessie dropped the link for the Amazon store and for the beardy brush. Oh, yeah, and then you gotta do this. This thing goes a lot longer than what you realize. I mean, about a minute and a half, I think, is what it says it does. I don't know. It tells you on the website, but it keeps going and going and going and going.
Well, one of the things that makes Miss Lisa's shipping so special is that you always pack things so perfect. There's never anything that's broken. And you always add a special touch to everything. There's always a very nice personal note in there.
I know. I love the sweet notes.
And it's so special to open it up and find out, first of all, what beautiful little note card is going to be in there. And then just that little special note. And it's always handwritten. Just don't get handwritten notes anymore.
No.
I appreciate that. And Glenda and I wanted to do something to honor you today and just make this something special and fun to just tell you how much we love you and appreciate you and whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you.
It's all about you and to let you know how much we love you. And in honor of that, I decided I wanted to give away some soap butts. And
I love the name soap butts. I'm so stealing that the next time I make soaps. I'm going to call them soap butts.
If you don't know what a soap butt is, I follow a channel called Zion Creek Farm, and they raise Nigerian dwarf goats. They milk them, and then they make goat milk soap. I actually have sent you guys some soap when you won on my giveaway. Well, when they do their soap, there's always a piece at either end of the big chunk when they cut it that is just this little sliver.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one side. This is their Christmas soap.
Oh, cute.
And it's just a little sliver. It's so that they can line it up and make sure that all the 10 bars are equal 3 ounce. I think they're 3 ounce pieces. And so the people in his channel have affectionately called these soap butts because they're the butt end of the soap bar. And so he started selling these packets of soap butts. You get 3 random pieces of soap. This particular bar has a piece of the Christmas. This one, I'm not 100% sure what each of the fragrances are. This is another one of his soaps. And they are very
that pattern. That is not easy to do. That pattern, pull that one up, because I follow Ellen Ruth's soap, and that's on my radar to try that particular pattern. That takes time.
He's meticulous. He's very meticulous, and he makes them himself.
Yeah.
His wife helps him choose. This is his lavender soap, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Because wouldn't you have to dry each one layer and then?
We have to be to a certain point. And you can go to his channel and he shows himself making the different soaps. He shows his process.
So the way that it's done, they pour it in to the soap molds, and then you have to let it saponify and let it sit for
until it
24
gets
hours, and then you can take it out of the mold, and then you want to cut it, and then you'll pour your batter on that. But that last one, that's how Ellen Ruth does it. So she'll cut it on the side, and then she'll put it back in the same mold, and then she'll pour another layer on top of it.
You'll have to go to his channel and see how he does
this technique. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas tree is like a long tube of a mold. It's a tree.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sometimes what he'll do is he'll have individual little tiny pieces, and he hand places each little piece into the soap. Yeah. But he does his cold.
Yep. Yeah, cold process.
Cold process. Mm-hmm. But he's got tons of videos of how he makes all of his different soaps. And he sells on Etsy. And
I'll have to check them out.
His bars of soap sell for $8 a piece.
Oh, that's not bad.
And he only recently raised his price. He uses only the top quality, purest, most natural ingredients. He doesn't want to put a bunch of garbage in there. He sources them from the best places that he can find. He's extremely particular. Thank you, Jesse, for dropping that. I appreciate that. He's an amazing, amazing creator. And his goats are probably the most loved, most spoiled, most pampered goats. And they're not a commodity. They are family. If you go and watch his channel, I'm trying to get him to come up for an interview.
I just looked at them. They're beautiful. I'm at his Etsy shop right now.
And they're probably not all in stock. And he's bringing out 3 brand new men's fragrances very soon. I'm not exactly sure when, but he's got them up that he's working on. Oh my gosh, they are going to be so gorgeous. One of them is Aspen. Another one is, I want to say bourbon and tobacco.
That's a popular scent, bourbon and tobacco.
And I can't remember
Very
the
masculine.
One. Yeah. And he's working on those right now. But anyway, what I want to do is I would like to give away one of these 3-packs.
Oh, that's so nice.
They're all random. I don't know. I'm going to just wrap them up. I've got 4 of these. And so what I'm going to do is I don't know what you're going to get. None of these packages have the same butts in them. I don't know what you're going to get.
But no.
You're going to
get big quality soap is what you're getting. Good quality.
Top quality. And the fragrance. Oh, it's amazing. And your skin feels so, so incredible when you get done using it. And I will send some lucky winner a 3-pack of soap butts. So Ronson is here with us, and I'm going to bring him up. He has the giveaway wheel.
So I'm looking at the one with the swirled one that I asked you to stop on. So he's using goat milk, coconut oil, and olive oil, all extremely good for your skin. He's got sodium lactate, the mica, and the fragrance oil, and of course the sodium hydroxide, which is the lye. But those are extremely good for your skin ingredients.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent Ronson a message, see if he's ready to go on this. I brought it up on the screen. As soon as he's ready, he's got it on his computer.
Okay.
So
awesome.
As soon as he's ready, we will go ahead and give this away. I'm going to wait for him, and I'll send him the hashtag.
Let me see what other ingredients they're using in there. It's just kind of being nosy, or if he's using the same basic. Let's see here. Another one, he's got olive oil, coconut oil, goat milk. So I think it's his base is the olive oil and the coconut milk. Of course, the goat milk is going to add the natural sugars and also the good properties of what goat milk does for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking his basic recipe, yeah, it's pretty much the same. So he's using very simple ingredients, which are extremely good. I'm a soap maker, so I love seeing what people are putting in theirs. And I love seeing that he's using all natural. Yeah. I think, all really good stuff. If your skin is dry, itchy, this is really good for them.
There are people who use his charcoal soap for their teenagers who have uncontrollable acne and who have tried the prescription remedies, and the prescriptions don't really work, who go and use his charcoal soap and it clears it right up.
I believe it.
With rosacea and psoriasis who have tried to use other medical, and they try to use his charcoal soap and it clears it up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it will do it for everybody.
Sure.
But there are documented testimonials on the website, on Etsy, who have said that charcoal soap and others, but especially that charcoal, is very healing to the skin. There's a
I'm going to grab it. Hang on, give me a second.
It has wires on it, and you just place the big huge mold. Once it's ready to go, you place it on the mold, and then you just pull the handle and it cuts through the soap once it's saponified.
I've got it. I'll show you what, so that way they use guitar strings to cut with it. Hang on a second. Let me shut this.
You can actually watch him and see him cutting the soap on his channel. There's tons of videos of him doing his soap, and it's so satisfying to hear that little ping.
So this is a soap cutter, and then right here, guitar strings.
Guitar strings, yeah.
I just pulled. So like whenever I'm cutting, this is turned the opposite way, but I'll hold it here, place the bar down, and then just cut it. And then your soap butts are coming off down here.
On each end.
Yep. So that's what that is. That's a soap cutter. They're not cheap. That particular model is about $300 for that one. And then this is one I made.
That's cute.
Oh, cute.
So
that is so cute.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways of doing soaps, but a good handmade soap, it heals the skin. That's how you cut it with the guitar strings. Ding. You didn't know it was musical, did you?
Ding.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Musical soap. So
That is
anyway,
nice.
let's see if I can figure this out. I think it's this one here. And I want this one. Ronson, you might have to help me here. I want the giveaway to be big and us to be little. I thought I
Yeah,
clicked.
that's like some of the best stuff, homemade. That goat milk is so good for you.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
So at the bottom, there's different choices of your screen.
Yeah, and I was clicking on the one where maybe I need to make him over here. And then click that one. No, that's not it either.
Fourth one?
Ronson's an administrative moderator. He can go in and do what he wants to with the channel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But I
Let's
want-
try the fourth one over.
Huh?
The fourth one over?
Yeah, that's.
Is that the one you clicked?
Oh,
There you go.
there we go. I did it.
Go, girl. High five. You got it. You got it.
I just wanted to show this one. This is a bar of soap that I bought from Duluth, and it's called their big ass lump of coal.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. What's
It
it
is
smell like?
activated charcoal, and it's called Mischief and Shenanigans.
Oh wow.
And it has it just says activated charcoal featuring a masculine bergamot black pepper scent. It smells so good. Jesse hasn't used it yet because he's still got soap in there, but it's if you ever want, I mean, he could use this as cologne.
Oh
It just
wow.
smells so good, but just has a funny name.
I love it. I love it.
But
Okay,
it's also
Ronson's going to go ahead and put that up there. Go ahead and put your hashtag in the chat.
Okay.
Lisa and Glenda, you're eligible. Go ahead.
Okay.
Put your
Okay.
hashtag
twisting my
in
arm.
there if you would like to win a 3-pack of soap butts.
All right, I'm in.
Look at Joey's.
Look, he's number one right in there.
Yeah, he was the first one. He must need him.
I think that's funny, soap butts. I am so stealing that. I am. That is such a funny name. Those butts are mine. He likes big butts and he cannot lie. All right. Oh,
Hi. How are you today? Get your name in there for some soap butts. Let me show you what a soap butt is.
My butt, Jesse.
Oh, I opened up a different pack. Let's see what we
let's see.
opened. This one, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Pretty. I know
This
there's
one
some
was
pretty
Oceanside, I think is what it was. One of his summer versions.
Oh,
And this one, I think, was possibly one of his. This is patchouli. This is Greg's patchouli.
Ooh.
I can't stand patchouli, but I love this.
Oh, really? I love patchouli. It's such a grounding.
This one, I'm not 100% sure which one this is. This might be lemongrass, but I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure on this one.
Wow, that's beautiful. And the thing with soap making is that when you, okay, so when the soap has saponified, there's a curing time frame, and that can be anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. A good soap maker will not sell you soap earlier than 4 weeks unless they tell you it needs to go through the curing process. It is safe to use 24 hours after it's saponified, but the longer it cures, which means the water is drawing out of it, the longer that bar of soap is going to last.
Yeah, he
So
will not.
so when you make artisan soap, it's not a quick thing. These are works of art, and they take time.
He does not sell his soap unless it has cured a minimum of a month.
Yeah, yeah.
It will not leave his shelf before it's cured for at least a month.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. And the longer it cures, the longer it will last in your shower because it's all that water is drawing out of it. This bar of soap is about 1.5 years old, and it's totally safe to use, but it is lasting. I have one at my kitchen sink, and I've had it for a month, and I use it every day, and it's maybe 1/4 of the way down. So they really do last, but I just want to make sure that it's understood that these are works of art, and
Absolutely.
and that those are stunning. I love his different.
He's an artist, absolute artist.
Yeah,
Um,
I geek out. If you can't tell, I geek out over soap. I love soaps. I love seeing other artists and I actually buy other people's soap. I make my own, but I buy others just because I'm that geeky. Oh, that's beautiful.
This one is his coffee one. He makes a coffee one.
Oh, yes.
And you can
I wonder
see
if he puts a little bit of coffee actually in it.
it has coffee on top, and
I bet there's coffee water in this lye solution.
this one was supposed to be reminiscent of, I think this is the one. It's supposed to be reminiscent. You remember the bomb pops?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is the one. This is his 4th of July.
Look at that. Man, I geek out. I'm sorry. If I'm kind of like, there's a few things in life I get excited over.
He had swirls up on the top.
That is beautiful. Oh, that's so stunning. You need a fresh cup of coffee, Ginger? I don't blame you. I need to figure out how to do a good pour over for a coffee.
Does everybody have their name in for the drawing that wants a chance to win some of these soap butts?
That is beautiful.
I have one more package.
Oh, let's see.
This one, I don't even know the names of all of these anymore, but this one,
oh, that's beautiful.
Looks like a creamsicle. This one is this one I think is the mint. There was one that was, it has pieces of stuff in it, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but I think this is his mint one.
Let me see if it's on his site. I don't see it.
There's some of them that he has discontinued also.
Yeah, I wonder if that's got, what does that one smell like?
They've all been together for so long that it's hard to isolate the scents.
Yeah.
This one here, I can't remember what it is, but it has a little bit of a shimmery mica on top.
Oh, how pretty. Oh my goodness. It looks like it's got a little bit of gold too to it. The gold mica. Oh, those are stunning.
He's incredible.
I'm sure you have a lot of butts in your home.
A lot of people will get them and just use them to set out as a decoration on their countertop.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
yes, I do.
sure.
Oh, but they're so good for you. Definitely want to use them. If you got any kind of dry skin, that's like one of the best things you can do.
Yeah. If you guys go and check out his channel, let him know that I sent you, please.
I'm looking at his Etsy store, and his prices are reasonable. Honestly,
They are. And I will tell you this: if Etsy charges you a certain amount and it does not cost him that much to send you your soap, he will refund you the difference on your shipping.
Oh, how nice!
Yeah.
I can't say enough about Sean.
Aw.
He's incredible. That's why I want him on for an interview so bad. And if you guys tell him that I sent you, maybe I can convince him to come on.
You're gonna have to, because I'd love to chat with him. I mean, they're beautiful works of art. Beautiful.
Okay, is there anybody else that wants a chance to win some soap butts? You're gonna love, I guarantee you are going to love these soaps. And this is a chance to try them out before you go to his shop and get full-sized bars. And he sends instructions on how to care for them with every order. So last chance to get in on this before we do the drawing.
Some good healing, good for your skin. Good stuff.
Very pure ingredients.
Yeah.
Count down from 5. Count it down for us, Lisa.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back off, folks. Those butts are mine. What did he say? What did he say?
Jesse,
What did he say?
You won butts.
He likes his butts.
He needs more butts because I've lost mine.
You lost your butts?
Yeah. I lost my
Hey,
butt.
but you get them anyway.
Well, that'll go with his Good to Live soap. You know, he'll have his butts and then his other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time Jesse had a clean butt.
I know, right?
I will get those out to you guys very, very soon. It might even be something extra in there for you, Miss Lisa.
Aw. Thank you.
So now, Glenda, you and I talked before.
Yes.
You had something that you wanted to give away.
I did.
Let me bring you up.
Okay. Now a second.
How do I make you let's see, bring
The
you
star.
over? There we go.
There you go.
Make me the star for a second. I don't know. I mean, you know, squeaky. Well, I have a home cooking cookbook I want to give away. It's an all-in-one. It's a deluxe recipe binder. It comes with 1 magnetic notepad, 3 decorative magnets, 25 printer-compatible recipe sheets, 6 tab pocket dividers, and 2 splash guards. And so what it is, it's a cookbook. I can't open this because it's sealed, but there's some items in here. But basically what you do is, let's see, I'm not going to try to open it all the way, but you want to write like all your recipes down. And at the back, it's got like general substitutions for different things. Let's say you're in the middle of making a recipe and you don't know what to, you know, like what, for example, if you don't have a cup of buttermilk, you use a tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar plus milk to equal 1 cup. Stir and let stand 5 minutes. It's got great little tips at the back. It's all in plastic, so I don't want to take it apart because it's brand new. But, you know, I think one of the things that I gave my kiddos a few years ago for Christmas was all of the family recipes. I gave each one of mine, not this particular one. I did it through a program, but the response that I got from my kiddos was that was one of the greatest things that they could ever have. And having those recipes at hand to share with their families, you know, and knowing this is what they were raised on. These have good, you know, a lot of recipes have good memories. I think it's important that we write things down and share. And a tip that I did was I added recipes from like people that are part of the family that they never even met, but I had pictures and I included pictures of the person in their cookbooks. But I think it's important to share these for generations to come and getting back into writing those down. You know, like, for example, I have an aunt that my kiddos never met, a great aunt, right? 2 or 3 times. Anyhow, she was my grandfather's aunt. Let me put it that way. So take it back and do the math from there. My grandpa's aunt. She made the best persimmon pudding in the world. And there are people who want to purchase her recipe all the time because one of the family members sells the persimmon pudding and they won't share the recipe. They just want to sell the persimmon pudding. But my kiddos have that recipe, you know, and I had to explain what a persimmon is, not the kind that you go to the store for. We're talking American persimmons, North American. But yeah, that recipe's in there with the picture. Recipes, you know, that I loved, biscuits and gravy. I can't really write that recipe down, but I told them how I eyeball it and what I'm looking for very specifically, so that way they can make their own biscuits and gravy. Or Sir Grace's mom made the best sugar cookies ever, and we got her recipe. My kids now have their late grandmother's favorite sugar cookie recipe, and then my grandmother is still alive, but she doesn't cook anymore, but she used to make the best lemon meringue and the best chocolate pies. So those are in my kiddos' recipe book. So I think it's important to have that to pass on. So I'm hoping that this will help somebody start that same tradition for their own family, to pass that on to their kiddos and go, here are the recipes.
That is so cool.
So the only thing is I have to put this is only for in the U.S. I can't put to Canada. I'm so sorry. It's kind of too expensive for this. It's a heavier book. So, so anyhow, so we could just do US only. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I just thought this was so cool, and it's so pretty too. So it's got all the plastic on it. So
that would be so cool to give something like that to my mother-in-law, to have her write that down for my husband.
Yeah. And have those recipes for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's when they're gone or they can't be around, you know, it's nice to be able to, like, if you just want to feel like, hey, you know, mom's love or whatnot, make that recipe, you know, it does something good for you. For many years, we would have a cookie day in my family, and we made her recipe. We haven't done it in a couple of years, but we would make my mother-in-law's recipe, and it was a tribute to my mother-in-law at Christmas time. And so now we've started having those memories. And now my kids are now doing it with their spouses and of course my oldest grandchild, but because the new one's tiny. But anyhow, so it's nice to be able to pass those on. I think it's important to write them down. And I have recipe boxes. I have more, so I'll be doing a part 2 for my kiddos at some point. Because I found some more family recipes.
So what hashtag would you like?
Let's just do recipe book.
What is it?
Recipe book.
Okay.
Let's just make it simple. Recipe book.
All right.
I just thought that was so pretty. Yeah, let me put the picture up there. That way you guys can see it. Hold it still.
If you will enter hashtag recipe book.
And you too, Lisa. And you too, Jessie. So yeah.
Go ahead and enter hashtag recipe book in the chat, and you'll have a chance to win this amazing, actually it's a legacy book.
Yeah, it really is.
Legacy book.
And it's beautiful. I'm sorry I can't open it, but I just don't want to take it apart. It's still got everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can see.
And it's separated by appetizers, soups and salads, main dishes.
Oh, Jessie,
side
that's
dishes.
sweet.
So it's really nice and organized on the inside. But yeah, I just think that's so important to have that for your kids and let that legacy go on. My aunt's recipe for the persimmon pudding, that aunt never had children. We were always like her kiddos, all the generations. So it's nice to be able to have that too. So even if you're passing it on to a niece or a nephew, I think that's important too, you know?
Right. We have 11 in chat and only 5 entries. Ronson, you can enter too. Let's see if we can.
My son-in-law has a glow forge, and he made up wooden cards with all the Precious Family recipes with the original writing grandma's in wooden box for my daughter.
Oh, wow.
What a legacy to pass on. That's a good idea because I have my grandmother's handwriting on some of the recipes. That's a great idea.
That is so cool. Let's see if we can get, we're up to 6. Let's see if we can get 8 entries. 2 more.
You know, Glenda, if you want to go ahead and include the Canadians, then I will pay the postage for Canada.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much. He's clever. He knows your channel name. Oh, I love that. And I love
cool.
The way that it's put, the HOLM. I love that.
That is so cool.
They
welcome in.
On their page, they have, you know, their merch store and stuff. This is my wild homies.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it means an island on a lake. I didn't know that. I learned something new.
That is very cool. I didn't know that either. We're up to 13 in chat. I know we can get at least 8 people that want this recipe book. You don't have to keep it for yourself. You can donate it to somebody else. You can keep it and give it to one of your family members to use. Use it as a gift for Christmas or for a birthday.
Melody, put your hashtag in.
Yes, put your hashtag in.
Tiffany, if you're still here, Tiffany, put yours in.
Yeah.
Scott was in here earlier.
Yeah, Scott was in here earlier. Now he's not feeling well, so he might have fallen asleep on us or something. Maybe we bored him or something. This would make an incredible gift for somebody.
I think so.
Whether you fill it in yourself or gift it to them to fill in.
And it's so pretty. I mean,
that is so beautiful.
Yes, because you really don't see a whole lot of things like that anymore.
No, you don't.
Because we have Google.
Yeah.
My mom, in the last year of her life, I think it was, might have been a little bit longer than that. She had my son spend time with her, and he did the typing, and they typed up a lot of her recipes, and then she put them in the plastic sleeves and put them in binders, and she gifted one to my sister, one to my son, and one to me for Christmas. And so we have some of her recipes in a binder.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I have my grandma's recipe card box. It looks like it's from the 60s. It's a tin, and it's stuffed full of recipes. And I sit back and I enjoy going through it. My mother didn't realize I had it, and she said, "Well, can I borrow it?" And I said, "Yeah, you can borrow it, but I want it back."
I got my mom's
from Grandma.
I got my mom's recipe box.
Did you?
I did.
I have my grandmother's sewing box sitting. It's a tin. She used popcorn tins. Let me show it to you. It's not the same, but okay. There we go.
Kevin, welcome in.
This is my grandmother's sewing tin. I pulled it out because I'm sewing different things for different people, and I thought it would be nice to put some of Mama's, like use some of her threads for that special touch, you know, and say this came out of Mama's box. She's also got some different kinds of yarn, or not yarn, ribbons, and then she's got a piece of blue jean here. It's kind of interesting. So I'm incorporating that into gifts for thoughtfulness, you know. This was part of Mama's.
Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Let's see. Optimal's modeling kits. Welcome. Haven't seen you for a while. That's great. We are about ready to do a drawing for this recipe book. It is a fill-in with your own recipes
Yes.
recipe book that Glenda is kindly donating to the giveaway. And it is open to both the U.S. and Canada. Shipping is generously donated by Miss Lisa. So please get your hashtags in before we give that away. My Wild Home said that if she wins, she would like to donate it to one of her American friends. I appreciate that. That is so kind.
It is.
So we'll give it just a couple more seconds. Get your hashtag in there before we give that away. We are up to 9
Wow.
hashtags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay.
So be sure you get that in there. I see Scott got his name in there.
Good.
After this, I have one thing I would like to also give away.
Oh, okay. Well, let's, you got about 10 seconds to get your name in there. So.
And it's not Jessie.
Whatever. Or should we do that? Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, count it down. 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Let's find out. And the winner is Scott. Rooms.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna get that sent out to you. Huh?
That's awesome.
It is nice. You got to put all of Debbie's recipes in there, or
Actually, I think Scott would have more recipes. I think he does more cooking.
does he really?
I think so.
Very
Oh,
cool. Congratulations, Scott.
And
yeah.
he has a U.S. address. Woohoo!
Yes, he does. Well, I will get that out.
Awesome.
I didn't know that about you, Scott. I learned something new.
So, Miss Lisa, you're up. Whatever. You're kidding.
Oh my goodness!
And it's signed.
It's
Awesome.
And these hats are awesome.
We found these in Arizona, Utah. So we had stopped at a little store and went in to use the restroom and get snacks or whatever. Jesse came out and he had one of these, and yeah, it does say floats your boat, but I always say whatever.
You too.
So he went in and bought all the rest off the shelf. That's why we had so many.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it was his idea to autograph him, so I autographed him, and we have 2 left. This is one of 2 that we have left.
oh,
We're gonna give this one away
precious.
today.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And these hats are so comfortable.
They are.
My
They
second
really
time
are.
wearing it. So
What do you call it? A trucker hat?
it is.
Basic.
That's awesome. And perfect for today's special edition. Whatever. Okay, what's your hashtag going to be?
I think it should. Well,
Whatever.
that's what I was thinking. Whatever.
Okay, you guys heard it. Hashtag whatever. Get your hashtags in if you want a very unique, one-of-a-kind whatever hat from Miss Lisa.
Limited edition, yes.
Limited edition. This is my second time wearing it, and I love it. It's super comfortable.
This is my first time wearing it. I just cut the tags off right before we went live.
Aww.
I love it. Just love it.
Mhm.
Okay, so be sure you get your hashtags in.
For sure. And then you can adjust it in the back. It's got all the adjustables. Let's see here. I think mine's still on the original.
Now, is this U.S. only or U.S. and Canada?
No, we'll do Canada also.
Okay.
It's very light. It shouldn't
All
cost as much as that book would have.
Yeah, the book's gonna be kind of.
If you're in Canada, go ahead and get your hashtag in there. You have a chance to win a very special whatever hat from Miss Lisa.
Autographed.
As it is autographed.
It is autographed underneath.
See, mine is too. Here we go. See, now you can see on I got hat, hair, don't care. There we go. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Ginger has one. Joey says you can give it to me or Megan.
Kevin, did you get your hashtag in there?
Megan could probably steal it, knowing her. Well, at least my daughter would. She'd be like, I'll take that. Thanks, Mom.
Tiffany, if you're in here, go ahead and get your hashtag in there if you haven't already. Let's see, we are up to 8 and we have 12 people in here. I know Ginger and I already have a hat. So
This is not for me, okay?
I mean, not Ginger, Glenda and I. Ginger, yeah, you got yours in there.
I'm going to do this for Megan. I'm Megan. Okay, I'm Megan.
Okay.
That's what I did it for. I'm Megan.
All right. Is everybody in that wants in?
There we go.
All right.
Gifted.
And Logan just walked in. So, Logan, if you hurry, you can get in on the last drawing.
You can get a hat and match
For a
yourself.
whatever hat. Okay, we'll wait for you. We're waiting for Logan to get logged in so he can get in on this. He just got off work.
Aw.
So he misses out on Talk About It Tuesday, but he gets in on Meet Me Monday.
Aw.
So we'll give him a chance.
That's awesome.
This has been so much fun. I love hanging out with you ladies.
It has been nice. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys are always welcome.
I feel the same.
I'm in.
You're in?
Okay, wait a minute. There it is. He's in.
Okay. Hey, we made it to 10 out of 12. Okay, Ronson. count it down from 5. Are we ready? Set. Go.
Who's it gonna be? Who wants it? Who needs it? Whatever.
Whateverrrr.
And good job.
I just want to get in. That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. Hey,
Yay, Logan, you get your very own
That's
hat.
right.
Whatever.
And Karma has a twin.
yeah, now we can both wear our whatever hats at the same time.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know, Jesse. I mean, you got your soap butts coming to you.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm sending you soap butts and you're sending Logan a whatever hat. I think that's a fair trade.
I do too.
Wash your butt, huh?
so cool, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. Thank you, Bronson, for running the giveaway. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take. There we go. Oh, this has been a lot of fun, you guys. I know that Glenda needs to go and get dinner for Sir Grace.
Yes.
And Jesse's probably
Hungry.
hungry,
Yeah.
complaining that he doesn't have any bacon to eat. And
Yeah. Oh, but I could substitute it for this, huh?
Right.
yeah, make him eat that.
Yeah.
Or make him smell it and wish he had it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, you guys, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we'll have to do it again. Absolutely.
Definitely.
But thank you guys, everyone who has been here in the chat and helped to make this so much fun. And since Logan just got home, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Go spend a little bit of time with him.
Yes.
And thank you so much for being here. This has been a lot of fun. And Thursday, I will have my thoughts for Thursday. We're going to be looking at chapter 4. I think we're up to chapter 4 of the Names of God. On Monday, we have the Garden Kitchen with Tracy for my guest on Meet Me Monday. And then we will be back here again next Tuesday for another Taco About It Tuesday. No tacos required.
No.
So thank you guys again. And I do hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a very, very blessed week.
Yep.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.